You've been told your whole life that being a nice person is the key to success. Be agreeable, always say yes, avoid conflict. It's a message drilled into us from the playground to the boardroom. Be nice, and people will like you. Be liked, and you'll get ahead. But what if that's all wrong? What if your niceness is the very thing holding you back from real power? What if being in charge of your life and your career means being okay with not always being liked? What if everything you learned about being nice is actually your greatest weakness? Today, we're going to tear down one of the biggest myths in our culture. We'll explore the huge difference between being a nice person and being a good person. You're about to discover why real influence isn't built on being a people pleaser, but on something much stronger: integrity, boundaries, and the guts to be respected instead of just liked. Stick around, because this will change how you see yourself and the power dynamics all around you. Section 1. The problem, the anatomy of the nice trap. Let's talk about someone we all know. Maybe it's a friend, a coworker, or, if we're being honest, maybe it's you. We'll call him Alex. By all accounts, Alex is the perfect employee. He's the first to volunteer for tough projects and the last to leave. When a colleague struggles, Alex drops his own work to help. In meetings, he's a great listener, always nodding along, careful never to challenge anyone. If a friend calls at 10 p.m. needing a favor, Alex says yes, even with a huge presentation the next morning. He's accommodating, pleasant, and reliable. In a word, Alex is nice. And Alex is going absolutely nowhere. He just got passed over for a promotion for the third time. It went to a colleague who's way more outspoken, someone who isn't afraid to push their own agenda. Last week, Alex watched in silence as another team member took an idea he'd shared in confidence, repackaged it as their own, and got a round of applause. Alex felt that flash of anger and betrayal, but he said nothing. He didn't want to make a scene. After work, he feels that familiar weight in his chest, a bitter mix of resentment, frustration, and feeling invisible. He thinks, why does this keep happening? I do everything right. I'm a team player. I'm one of the nice guys. Alex is stuck in the nice trap, a psychological prison built on the fear of disapproval and a desperate need for validation. The bars on this prison are beliefs that tell us our worth is tied to how much people like us. Does any of this sound familiar? Ever had a brilliant idea in a meeting but stayed quiet because you didn't want to rock the boat? Ever said yes to something that filled you with dread, just because saying no felt worse? Do you constantly apologize for things that aren't your fault? This is the reality for millions of nice people. It's a state of chronic self-betrayal, where you put everyone else's comfort ahead of your own needs. This pattern often starts in childhood. We're praised for sharing, being quiet, and being agreeable. We learn a simple but dangerous equation: nice equals good equals loved. But in the adult world of power dynamics and competing interests, that equation breaks down. The very behaviors that got you a gold star in school are now making you a target. Your niceness isn't seen as a virtue, it's seen as a vulnerability. Your desire to please isn't seen as kindness, it's seen as a lack of conviction. Your conflict avoidance isn't seen as diplomacy, it's seen as weakness. The slow-burning resentment Alex feels is what happens when you're caught in the nice trap. It's the price you pay for constantly suppressing your own needs to keep up a harmonious front. This resentment can build and come out as passive-aggressive behavior, or even sudden outbursts when you just can't take it anymore. You're left feeling exhausted, undervalued, and stuck. The painful truth is this: the world doesn't reward the nicest person in the room. It's a complex system that rewards effectiveness, clarity, and strength. Your niceness, which you thought was your greatest asset, has become your biggest liability. Now, let's dig into exactly why. Section 2. The analysis: why your niceness is a liability. To understand why people like Alex get stuck, we have to make a crucial distinction: the difference between being nice and being good. They sound the same, but psychologically, they're worlds apart. Part A. The psychology, nice versus good. Being nice is all about the outside world. The main goal is to get approval, avoid conflict, and keep everyone happy. It's driven by fear of being disliked, of disapproval, of rocking the boat. A nice person's self-worth is fragile and depends on what others think of them. They do nice things not always out of genuine kindness, but because they can't stand the tension that comes with disagreement. It's a performance. Being good, on the other hand, is all about your inner world. It's about acting with integrity and sticking to your values, even when it's hard or unpopular. Good isn't about being agreeable, it's about being authentic. A good person will cause a little trouble if it's the right thing to do. Their self-worth comes from within, from knowing they are living by their principles. They'd rather be respected than liked, because respect is earned through integrity, while likability can be bought with cheap compliance. Let's break it down. Motivation. Nice people are driven by external approval. Good people are driven by internal values. Conflict. Nice people avoid conflict at all costs. Good people engage in constructive conflict to find the best solution, knowing short-term discomfort can lead to long-term respect. Boundaries. Nice people have weak boundaries, which invites others to take advantage. Good people have firm boundaries as an act of self-respect. The result: being nice leads to short-term peace but long-term resentment and burnout. Being good leads to genuine trust, real success, and authentic relationships. This people-pleasing pattern is often a survival strategy learned in childhood, a way to stay safe by being compliant. But this strategy is a disaster when it comes to power. It signals to everyone that your needs come second and your opinions are flexible. It's an open invitation for others to walk all over you. Part B. Why niceness fails as a strategy. If the psychological price of being too nice is burnout, the strategic price is total failure. To get why, we have to look at one of history's most misunderstood thinkers on power, Niccolò Machiavelli. In his 16th century book, The Prince, Machiavelli makes a brutal but essential point. In the real world, a leader who operates on pure kindness will be destroyed. He saw that people are often ungrateful, fickle, and self-interested. Believing that your niceness will inspire others to be nice back is a dangerous fantasy. This isn't a call to become a heartless monster. That's the biggest misreading of Machiavelli. His real lesson is that for virtue to be effective, it has to be paired with strategy. Kindness without an understanding of power is just naivety. Here's why niceness fails as a power strategy. 1. It screams weakness. In any competitive environment, needing to be liked is seen as a weakness. It tells people you're afraid of hard decisions and can be easily manipulated. 2. It assumes a fair world. Nice people act like everyone is playing by the same rules of fairness. But power dynamics don't run on fairness, they run on leverage and influence. Those who get this will exploit those who don't. 3. It kills authority. A leader who is too nice can't hold people accountable. They avoid tough feedback to spare feelings and keep underperformers around out of a misguided sense of loyalty. This doesn't build loyalty, it breeds chaos and kills respect. Teams respect a leader who challenges them to be better, not one who just wants to be their friend. As the saying goes, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. The Machiavellian alternative isn't cruelty. It's what you could call intelligent kindness. This is strategic compassion. It means being generous, but with discernment. Trusting, but verifying. It means being kind, but having a plan for when that kindness gets betrayed. Part C. The burden of power and why good people hesitate. So if being good is so much more effective, why aren't more good people in power? The truth is, many good people are hesitant to chase power, and for good reason. Power is a heavy weight. It can be isolating. The moment you become a leader, every decision you make is scrutinized. Good people, because they have integrity, are also keenly aware of the moral compromises that can come with authority. They worry about what power might do to them, how it could corrupt them or turn them into someone they despise. This hesitation is noble, but it creates a dangerous vacuum. When good, competent people step away from power, who steps in? Often, it's the narcissists and sociopaths who see power as a prize to be won at any cost. They climb the ladder fast, leaving a trail of broken trust behind them. This is exactly why it's so important for good people to learn how to get and use power. The world doesn't have too much power, it has a shortage of good people in power. Your refusal to play the game doesn't make it go away, it just means you're letting someone with worse intentions win. The problem isn't power itself. The problem is who has it. And the solution starts by transforming from the nice person who gets ignored into the good person who can't be. Section 3. The solution: becoming a good and powerful person. All right, we've picked apart the problem. Now for the most important part, the solution. How do you break out of the nice trap and become the kind of good person who commands respect? This isn't about becoming a jerk. It's about a deep, intentional shift in your thinking. It's a journey from needing external validation to building internal strength. It happens in 3 stages: the mindset shift, getting the practical toolkit, and embracing the long game. Part A. The mindset shift from liked to respected. Everything starts here. Your goal can no longer be to be liked. Your new goal must be to be respected. Likability is shallow. Respect is deep and earned through competence and integrity. A respected person has credibility. Their yes means something, and their no is honored. You can be liked by everyone and respected by no one. But if you're respected, the people who matter will usually like you anyway. To make this shift, you have to embrace a terrifying idea: you must be okay with being disliked. Let that sink in. This doesn't mean you try to be disliked. It means your self-worth is no longer tied to other people's approval. It's the liberating moment you realize that someone else's negative opinion of you isn't your problem. When you set a boundary or speak an uncomfortable truth, some people won't like it. Your job is to be okay with that. This emotional independence is the ultimate source of power. When you stop fearing disapproval, you become free to act on your values. This is the foundation of all real power. Part B. The practical toolkit for assertiveness. Once your mindset has shifted, you need tools to put it into action. Assertiveness is the skill of expressing your needs clearly and respectfully, the healthy middle ground between passive, nice, and aggressive, jerk. Here's your starter kit. 1. Master the strategic no. For a people pleaser, no feels like a weapon. Reframe it. A no isn't an attack, it's an act of clarity. Every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you're saying no to something that actually matters: your own priorities, your well-being, your family. Practice saying no calmly and without a long-winded excuse. You don't owe anyone one. Instead of, "Oh, I'm so swamped, but maybe I can try to squeeze it in," try, "Thanks for thinking of me, but I can't take that on right now." Or simply, "No, I'm not able to do that." Remember, no is a complete sentence. Your ability to say it is a direct measure of your self-respect. 2. Set and enforce boundaries. A boundary isn't a wall, it's a line you draw for yourself that tells others what behavior you will and won't accept. It protects your time, energy, and sanity. Setting a boundary might sound like, "I'm happy to help, but I don't check work emails after 6 p.m. To a friend who is always late, "I value our friendship, but my time is important too. If you're going to be more than 15 minutes late, we'll have to reschedule." The key is enforcement. When someone crosses a boundary, you have to address it calmly, every time. Otherwise, it's meaningless. This is where the nice person fails and the good person succeeds. The nice person lets it slide to avoid a scene. The good person addresses it to maintain respect. 3. Use aggressive kindness and clear communication. Let's call assertiveness aggressive kindness. It's aggressive because it tackles issues head-on instead of letting them fester. It's kind because being clear is one of the best gifts you can give someone. Nice and amp, vague, yeah, that report is interesting, we can look at it later? They have no idea what you think. Good and amp, clear, thanks for the work on this. The data on page 3 is solid. But the conclusions on page 5 need to be stronger. Can you go back and shore up that section before we present? They leave with clear, actionable feedback. Use I statements to own your feelings without being accusatory. Instead of, you always interrupt me, try, I feel frustrated when I can't finish my thought. 4. Cultivate strategic responses. Power is shown not in how you act, but in how you react. The nice person either shuts down or blows up. The good, powerful person responds with calculated restraint. Drawing from Machiavelli, your response to disrespect should be calm and strategic. Sometimes, the most powerful move is silence. When someone says something out of line, just pause and look at them. That quiet moment often communicates more than an angry outburst. If someone takes credit for your idea, don't have a meltdown. Address it later, privately. I was surprised when you presented the X idea as your own, since we worked on it together. It's important to me that we both get credit for our work. It's not about revenge, it's about establishing that you are not a target. 5. Develop self-regulation. All of this depends on emotional discipline. You can feel your emotions without letting them control your actions. You can feel anger without lashing out. You can feel fear without being paralyzed. Creating a space between a trigger and your response is what separates a follower from a leader. Part C. The long game. This transformation isn't a quick fix. It's a practice. You'll stumble. You'll feel the pull of old people-pleasing habits. That's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. Start small. Say no to one small thing this week. State one opinion in a meeting. Each time you do this, you build your assertiveness muscle. Let's do a quick self-assessment. On a scale of 1 to 10, how often do you say yes when you want to say no? If you're a 5 or higher, that's your first area of focus. Your mission is to lower that number by 1 point over the next month. Remember, you're playing a longer, more rewarding game. The path of niceness offers a cheap buzz of approval but leads to resentment. The path of goodness is harder and sometimes feels lonely, but it leads to self-respect, authentic relationships, and the kind of power that can actually make a difference. This journey from nice to good is one of the most empowering you can take. It's about reclaiming your voice, your value, and your life. And I want to hear about it. In the comments, share a time when you chose to be good instead of just nice. Maybe you finally said no, set a boundary, or spoke an uncomfortable truth. What happened? How did it feel? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read today. And if this resonated with you, if you're ready to stop being a people pleaser and start being a leader, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're going to dive even deeper into the psychology of power and success in future videos. For too long, we've confused niceness with goodness. We've been taught that being agreeable is a virtue when it's often just a mask for fear. We've been told that avoiding conflict is kind when it actually leads to resentment and dysfunction. True power, the kind that earns respect and builds a legacy, doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being authentic. It comes from having the courage to act on your values, even when it's uncomfortable. It comes from knowing that your first job isn't to please others, but to be true to yourself. So I'll leave you with this. Stop trying so hard to be nice. Start practicing how to be good. The world isn't short on nice people. It's desperate for more good people who are willing to lead.